Flash Thompson becomes the Spider-Man. In an alternative reality where Flash Thompson was beaten by the spider instead of Peter Parker, Flash initially also used his powers to earn easy money, but the main difference was that Flash already loved being adored by people. So, as soon as he saw that he could be a hero by stopping a thief, that's exactly what he decided to do, receiving all the public's love right away. He even dropped out of school to make a living only being a superhero. However, the violent way which Flash dealt with his enemies ended up causing him to be feared by city's inhabitants, leaving Flash extremely angry with the news and especially with Peter himself, who was the one taking his photos for the Daily Bugle. The reason Peter was working for the Bugle was that Aunt May was suffering from blood cancer, and he took responsibility for helping with her treatment with all the money he could get. But as soon as Peter discovered that the only possible treatment for May was a rare radioactive isotope whose entire stock had just been stolen by someone called the Master Planner, so Peter became extremely frustrated and decided to track down Spider-Man to ask for his help. Meanwhile, Flash was returning to his trailer, and after getting annoyed with his neighbor when she told him to get a job, Flash got even angrier when he entered his house and ran into Peter Parker. Flash then asked how he found out, and Peter explained that he had put a tracker in his suit, but that didn't matter now, trying to talk about May. However, no matter how hard Peter tried to explain that he needed help, Flash was so angry with him because of the newspaper and the spying that he exploded and attacked Peter with all his strength, crushing his trailer with the impact and simply killing Peter Parker. Flash then came back to his senses, and after trying to convince himself that he was still a hero, he became overcome with guilt and decided to go after the Master Planner, interrogating several thugs until he got his location. Eventually, Flash discovered that the Master Planner was actually Doctor Octopus, and after an intense fight where Flash ended up dropping a building on top of Odo, Flash got trapped beneath the rubble. So he started to accept that he was no hero, but at best a murderous bully, deciding now to be responsible for his action and strives to maybe one day be a real hero. Flash then managed to free himself and finally recovered the isotope to save Aunt May. Soon after she was cured and received the news about Peter's death, Flash also turned himself in, choosing to truly pay for the crime he committed.